Well, we got breaking MLB news, but mostly this is morely, again, breaking Angels news. Yes, the breaking Angels news is that finally the Angels fired Joe Maddon as the manager of the team. So Joe Maddon is no longer the manager of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. The new manager for the team, or the interim manager, is going to be Phil Nevin for the remainder of the season as they look for a potential manager throughout the rest of the regular season. Now, Phil Nevin, he was the third base coach. I don't know if his managing skills are going to be any better than Joe Maddon. We'll see. Hopefully they are, for my damn sake, for Angel fans' sake. But my thoughts as an Angel fan on Joe Maddon being fired, being relieved of his duties. It was about damn time. It took the Angels long enough to finally fire this guy. Some Angel fans may be really fucking stupid to say, why'd we fire him? He's a World Series winning champion. You know, why did we do this way before the All-Star break? He gave us a good start of the year. Yeah, and they fail to realize that guess what? His voice is being drowned out because right now, last time I checked, the Angels are losing 12 games in a row. We're on a 12-game losing streak. So, of course, the players aren't going to be listening to Joe Maddon, old Sleepy Joe, no more. So Sleepy Joe can go retire and be maybe an analyst or just retire into the sunset. He won his championship with the Angels back in 2002. That was a majority reason why they fired his ass. And you know what? One thing I find hilarious, the Angels are celebrating 20 years of the last time they won a World Series back in 2002. Joe Maddon was on that team on the coaching staff. And funny enough, he got his ass fired. Oh, what? Look at the irony in that. The year they're honoring, 2022, the year they're honoring the World Series championship. Literally, you go to an Angel game, they have the banners, they have it on the freaking Jumbotrons and everything. Because guess what? All they have to look back to is the past because the team sucks today. Funny that he got fired as on the year anniversary, they're honoring the 2022 or the 2002 championship. I wish we had a championship this year, but we're not. But Joe Maddon is getting fired, deservedly so. He's on a freaking 12-game losing streak. The team isn't doing anything in their power to freaking at least have some fight in there and try to win. They just go out there and they're kind of just like, all right, sure, yeah. It was all fun and games when the Angels were winning and everything, but then they start this huge losing streak. Now it's no more fun. Joe Maddon also, too, apparently had a very testy post-game press conference with reporter Sam Bloom. His Twitter account is at Sam Bloom 3. And I will say this, I give credit where credit is due. I don't know if Sam Bloom is listening to this video. He may not want to take credit or anything, but I give him his flowers because it was for the first time I've actually seen an Angels beat reporter actually finally get testy with the freaking what's going on. It's about time we actually have reporters for this damn team actually start to step up and actually start to ask these guys the tough ass question because it's inexcusable. This team has all this talent and they have yet to make the playoffs since 2014. We should have been getting these type of questions answered 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I'll read you what happened. You can go find this on his Twitter. He legitimately made a note post about this. So Sam Bloom, when he first asked Joe Maddon yesterday night after they lost to the Red Sox, he asked him, do you feel like the team's still competing and fighting the way you want right now? Pretty much saying what I'm freaking saying, or what I said a few minutes ago. The team doesn't look like they're giving a shit. The team doesn't look like they want to go out there and actually play some damn baseball. They're looking like they're just walking up in here, looking to collect a check and do their job. That's what they do. Like, you can say, well, the pitching came in and had a solid night last night. Yeah, but the hitting didn't do shit. which goes to show you that they need to fire the hitting coach as well. I'll get to firing Matt Wise as well, too. So Maddon responds, what do you think? Sam Bloom, again, responds, well, he's like, well, you lost 12 games in a row. I'm just, and Joe Maddon gets tested. And he's like, but yeah, it's a different question. What do you think? And Bloom replies by saying, what do you think? And Maddon's like, so are you saying we're not competing? Bloom says, I'm not saying that. I'm curious if you think so. Essentially asking the question, Joe Maddon, hey, are you guys actually like coming to work, giving a damn, trying like having a freaking, motivation? Hey guys, let's come out here and let's win this game. Seriously, let's stop messing around. We need to execute at all phases of the game. Offense, defense, freaking pitching, freaking defensive plays out in the outfield and stuff like that. He's essentially asking, are the guys actually listening to the word you're trying to say? You're trying to give them. What is it? Maddon replies by saying, well, you must be thinking that if you ask the question. Bloom responded by saying, well, I'm not the manager, but you guys have lost 12 in a row. I think it's a fair question. Now, of course, the Angels PR is like, hey, dude, come on, move on, let's go. Because guess what? The Angels PR is a complete joke of a team as well, because the whole organization is a joke because they're not dedicated to winning. All they care about is this. There's a reason why Artie Moreno wanted to make some big stadium deal and make pretty much Angel Stadium be a damn near Disneyland resort with all the apartment buildings and the hotel buildings and stuff like that, because all Artie Moreno cares about at his old age is the money before he ends up going into the damn dirt. Bloom goes and says, he's the one asking me questions as he's replying to the PR. Joe Maddon says, I am asking you the questions. Bloom says, and I'm the one that's answering the questions. Maddon says, because I obviously think we're playing hard right now. We're not winning games. We're not winning games right now, but I'm not going to degenerate the effort by the guys. I'm asking if you're seeing it because I'm not. Hold on a quick second, guys. Back, my co-host Matt Swarmstead, who's a Boston Red Sox fan, he was looking to get my thoughts on the firing. Don't worry, I told him he can go watch my video. It's coming. Anyways, Bloom then replies to that statement Joe Maddon said, I mean, I have not won a World Series as a manager, so I wouldn't be the one to. And then PR just told him to move on from the question and just ask a new question. Again, like I said, the Angels PR is just as bad as the entire organization, because guess what? The PR knows the team fucking sucks. The Artie Moreno, the owner of the team, knows the team fucking sucks. Everybody up in there, probably other than Perry Miasian and the players, know that they suck. And they want to try to hide that because guess what? All they care about is making the dough. They said to steal the fans' money because they can put Shohei Ohtani or Mike Trout on the billboard and people will pay their hard-earned cash to go see them. That's why I actively have been saying boycott the fucking Angels. Hit Artie Moreno where it hits most, in his pocketbooks. I guarantee you he hated watching the 2020 COVID season where there was nobody in there. But that press conference, answered by Sam Bloom, the reporter, that pretty much kind of did it in for Joe Maddon right then and there. Getting testy with a reporter, especially about a 12-game losing streak that you're on currently, guess what? That was only adding fuel to the fire. I don't know who made the final decision. It was Artie Moreno that made the final decision, or more than likely it was Perry Miasian that had to convince Artie, dude, it ain't working out. We're losing 12 games. We're a shell of what we used to be at the start of the season. We need to get this guy. The players are not listening to this guy anymore. So Perry Miasian somehow got the okay from Artie Moreno, and Perry Miasian pretty much fired Joe Maddon. Rightfully done. So the dude was terrible. Some of the lineup decisions in the lineup were fucking awful. Why the hell is Matt Duffy leading off? He should not be leading off. Don't care. Have somebody else. Have Brandon Marsh lead off. Crying out loud. He did that all last year. Now this year, he doesn't want to have him lead off. He might actually have Brandon Marsh doing a better job. Might need to switch the Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout thing. Have Trout batting second, Ohtani batting third. The lineup decisions, puzzling, and stuff like that. Not having Jared Walsh always hitting against lefties. When guess what? Jared Walsh is supposed to be the everyday player on this team, the everyday first baseman. I don't give a crap if he sucks against lefties, because guess what? Hypothetically, if the Angels do make the playoffs, you're going to start him all this postseason. And that will be against some lefties. You at least have to have him understand what it's like to hit against lefties. We're at the major leagues. This is the top dog. If you can't hit against lefties, you should be in the minors. His pitching decisions, my fucking God. You have a pitcher who's starting for us who might be fucking dealing. This guy pulls him out by the fourth inning, and he's dealing. And this guy comes out, walks out, passes the ball on, and you can see pitchers are visibly frustrated and like, dude, keep me in the fucking game, man. He doesn't know when to bring bullpen guys in, not when to take them out. He has a short leash on some bullpen guys who actually look like they could go another inning, and he pulls them out for a new guy, and potentially that new guy comes in, which is typically the bad relievers. They end up blowing the game. So he has he makes bad lineup decisions from time to time. He makes very bad pitching decisions. Very bad pitching decisions. And then another thing is he damn near shift way too much. Now I know the shift's ending next year and teams won't be able to shift. But my God, the last 4 or 5 years this guy's been managing the team, he has been shifting his ass off, bro. Like, he'd be an away overshift to the right field, and guess what? An opposing team just hits it to the left field, and you're like, bro, the shortstop could have been there to potentially catch it. Or get the ground ball, and boom, done. We're out of the inning. Joe Maddon, he's past his time. He's like damn near, he's like 70 years old. He's way past his time. The game has passed him by. It's time to move on. It was time. And the fact that he was on a 12-game losing streak didn't help the case. Because guess what? The way the Angels are playing right now, they look like they're going to go again and lose tonight against the Boston Red Sox. I made this in a tweet yesterday. I said, how the fudge you blow a 6-2 lead to the Philadelphia Phillies? You blow that game and you come back home to the first game of the homestand and you let Michael Wacha throw a complete game against you. Michael Wacha wasn't what he was back in St. Louis. This is a guy that had to reinvent his pitching, stuff. He had to reinvent himself for him to even be on a roster. Yeah, he's killing it with the Red Sox this year, but my God, the guy was a washed dude a few years ago, and you couldn't do anything, muster up anything? You let him go a complete game. That's even more embarrassing. You let the opposing starter go a complete game on your home field. And on top of it, your offense didn't do shit. The only thing the Red Sox did was score 1 run. That's a winnable game right there. Which goes to show you that the Angels need to fire the hitting coach. Need to tell whoever that's the next guys that need to be fired. The hitting coach, whoever his name is, I don't know his name. He needs to do that because there's some guys in this lineup that are like trying to hit jacks. I love Ohtani for all his, greatness he gives us. But this guy's trying to hit home runs all the time. We need a hitting coach to tell this guy, listen, we don't need you to hit home runs all the damn time. We just want you to put the ball into play. Put the ball into play and you'll be a much better hitter. He's already a good enough hitter, but he's always trying to kill shots. There's some at bats I see Ohtani going at, and he's looking and he's swinging like he's trying to kill the ball out of the park. We don't need that. Just put the ball into play. That's the next thing. They're so damn reliant on the home run ball, the hitting coach needs to be fired for that. Matt Wise, I don't know what the hell he's telling the pitchers, but it ain't working either. They're the next two guys that need to go. Joe Maddon's past his time. He already won a championship with the Tampa Bay Rays. He already won a chip with the Angels back in 02. He won the championship with the Rays in 08. And he won the historic, Chicago Cubs 2016 title that will probably be like the biggest championship in his career he's ever won. The game's passed him by. The game has passed him by. And when you're on a 12-game losing streak, of course, it doesn't matter what professional sports it is. Baseball, NBA, NHL, freaking football, NFL. You're on a massive losing streak and you can't find ways to win. Well, the team's not going to listen to you anymore. The players are actively not going to listen to Joe Maddon anymore. That's what happened. Angels look like they just show up and they're like, hopefully we win today. Hopefully we win, but they don't end up losing. Last two games are very winnable games for the Angels. Last two games. You should have won. Should have closed that deal in Philadelphia. Prevented the sweep. And you should have damn near definitely beat the Red Sox. You only hold the Red Sox to one run and your offense can't do shit? One that the pitching's actually good from top to bottom. Yeah, Syndergaard struggled from time to time, but Jesus, came in, did his job, gave you a good outing, the offense didn't even help him. Yeah, the way the Angels were playing as of late, especially under Joe Maddon, you had to fire him. He should have been fired after the Philadelphia choke job. But whatever, a game later, one game into the homestand, coming back from the road trip, fired. Good riddance. We don't need you. Have a great life. Have a great rest of your life. You did good. Time to call it quits. Time to retire for good. So yeah. Before I get out of here, what do you think that I think the Angels are going to need in a manager? Simple. They need a much younger manager, somebody in like his maybe early mid to late 40s, early 50s, somebody like that. They need some young blood in there, somebody younger, somebody that can relate to these players and stuff like that, where the game is like right then and there close to them. Not no freaking old ass manager, but with Artie Moreno running the ship, who's the owner of the team, he might go with some random old ass manager again, and you'll be stuck in the same position. I wish the Angels had fired freaking Joe Maddon last year, and then they hired Bob Melvin, the former Oakland A's freaking manager of the team. He's really freaking good, and look how good the Padres are this year. That's because of the influence of Bob Melvin. But you can't get him. I don't know any hot commodities out there in the scene, but we need a younger like manager who's definitely much more of a hard ass on the players. So when they're going to these slumps, they tell them pick it up. Otherwise, I'm going to bench your ass. We need somebody like that. I want a manager that's going to come in and he's a no-nonsense fucking guy. He knows what he's getting himself into. He knows his team has not made the playoffs since 2014, and this team has all the talent in the world to do that. They just need to play better. So we'll see. I think it's a good, solid move by the Angels. Move on for him. You ain't going nowhere with him. The losing streak would have continued. Now, I don't know if the losing streak is going to end tonight against the Red Sox. Reed Detmers is pitching tonight. I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. For the Angels' sake, they better hope they freaking they end the losing streak tonight. Because, good God, you got to end this losing streak. Can't continue to go on. You can't get swept by the Red Sox now. You'll be on a 15-game losing streak heading into the Mets series. If they lose again, expect my Twitter post to be a legit post of the song Free Fallin'. 'Cause I'm free! Free fallin'! Yeah, expect that. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on Joe Maddon finally being fired by the Angels. And who are your thoughts? who could potentially be the manager for the Angels next, or give me recommendations. I don't know the baseball game very good in terms of managers out there, but hopefully it'll be a much younger manager, at least in his mid to late 40s, early 50s. I think that's young enough in manager standards. We don't need no coach that's in his late 50s, getting to his 60s, damn near almost 70s. We don't need that. We don't need those old ass coaches no more. We don't need that shit. The only exception I would make is like for a Dusty Baker like coach. Only exception I would do that for. But after that, no. We need some young blood up in here. Somebody that it can relate to the players and stuff like that. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night in this video. Until then, guys, catch you guys in this video. Peace. Okay, I just wanted to get this off my chest right now before, that video end. I completely forgot to say this, but Joe Maddon also being fired, it's a start to fixing this problem that is the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It's a start, but it's going to be a very long start to fixing this problem. Unless I hear out of the headlines or something like that Perry Miasian, the GM, pretty much has full control of roster-like decisions for the Angels, then maybe we're not in such a long issue. But the only reason why I say that is because we got the looming threat over Perry Miasian's head, who I referenced in the video earlier, and that's Artie Moreno. The Angels, I've said this time and time again, and I'll continue to say this. The Angels won't be a good baseball team till Artie Moreno is in the dirt. He is dead. Because at the end of the day, we can be happy Joe Maddon is fired. And the Angels look like they want to make some decision changes. But at the end of the day, who's making the final calls? Not the GM, Perry Miasian. It's Artie Moreno, where Perry Miasian, for some odd reason, has to go make these decisions and confirm these decisions and make it good. That's why I said earlier in the video, I don't know what Perry did to convince Artie Moreno to fire Joe Maddon, but if he has more pull than I think he does, well then I'll take it. But like I said, Angel fans, don't get happy. Don't get excited about the possibilities, because the guy up top, the owner of this damn baseball team, is still here, and he's going to continue to be here, and he's going to continue to get his way into business decisions when it comes to the baseball team, because he is greedy, he is selfish, and he is cheap. So we'll see. Hopefully there's a report coming out soon that Perry Miasian has more pull in the organization than what Artie Moreno says, and Artie Moreno is kind of stepping back. That's what I hope the situation is. I hope it's kind of similar to how my Chicago Bears are acting. George McCaskey, who is one of the owners of the team, who's pretty much the chairman of the team, the Chicago Bears, he's pretty much letting our new GM, Ryan Poles, do whatever he freely wants. And Poles just goes up to him and say, hey, this is the reason why we're doing this, yada, yada, yada. And George's like, okay, thank you for letting me know. Something like that. If it's something like that, cool, fine. But at the end of the day, Artie Moreno is going to get involved in business decisions. We'll see if the next decision the Angels make a manager is an Artie Moreno decision or a Perry Miasian decision. If it's more for an older guy, you can easily tell that is a Artie Moreno decision. If it's for a younger guy, like I said, in his mid to late 40s, early 50s, then you can tell that's Perry Miasian, hiring. But anyways, that's it. Same things I asked a few minutes ago, but yeah. Anyways, guys, get out of here. Peace.